You know what, y'all? I forgot that.
Are we gonna
Robert,
start? Yeah, we're gonna start with the
do you have it, Dr. Mel?
yeah, I do.
Okay, great.
I guess I need to pull it up, huh? Disclaimer. Um,
Yeah.
Unless you know it verbatim, Dr. Mayor.
No, 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 but we like to show it on the screen.
Right.
Here we go. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Futures Commodities Trading Group, our disclaimer. Trading and investing carries a high level of risk. You could lose some or all of your investment.
Yeah, buddy.
Trading commodities or any other financial instrument may not be suitable for all investors. Before deciding to trade, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. We accept no liability for any losses or damages you may incur. This means that you alone are responsible for your actions in any trading or investing activities. All righty,
Yeah.
back to you, Mr. Wright.
Thank you. Well, actually, can we stay with you? You okay with doing both today?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So we're gonna do the quizzes next?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into
Okay.
them.
So let me stop sharing my screen so you guys can pay attention to the quiz. Okay, the first quiz question says, all futures exchanges are closely supervised by the governmental CFTC. A, false, B, true, C, not sure. And Jamal says B, true.
True.
Who's MSLOJ?
Joyce.
Oh, Miss Joyce?
Yes.
Ooh, got a new got a new handle, I see.
Yes, Mom.
All right, true. Anybody have anything different? Do we remember what CFTC stands for? Anybody? 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 Crickets? Crickets? How
What
about
CF? Say it again.
CFTC?
Commodities Trading
CF.
CF. Commodities Futures Trading Commission.
Very good. Yes. Woo woo. Good job. And the answer is all futures and exchange are closely supervised by the Governmental Commodities Futures Trading Commission. Correct. True. Very good. And so the next one was canola. So let me share my screen and pull up canola because we need to look at this.
Did we have 2 weeks or just one?
One.
Just one.
No, two.
Okay.
I
weeks.
think it's just one.
No.
Because I went scrolling back and I didn't see any, but Miss Thora, can you scroll back before this past week and see if there's any others while I'm pulling up canola? Please.
Will do.
I think Franklin right. Because we didn't have class 1 week. We had 2 weeks of quizzes, Dr. Mayor.
Miss Thora is looking to see what the others are.
Okay.
Yeah, while we're doing this, just for time's sake. Okay, so canola would be under green.
Grains.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was July, I remember that. And let's pull up the chart. Okay. All the zones. Okay, so this is the canola chart that Mr. Wright gave us in the quiz. It said, canola made what formation that we watch for That's question number one. And after the formation is confirmed, what happened? And so A, canola is showing us a sideways channel broke out of the channel. B, canola is showing us a top formation and the market traded in a downtrend. Or C, canola is showing a bottom formation and market is trading in an uptrend. And then D said not sure. Okay. And so if you guys could take yourselves off of mute to discuss this, I'd appreciate it and not type it in the chat.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Mhm.
So are we looking at a sideways channel anywhere on this chart where canola broke out of a channel? Does anyone see a sideways channel anywhere where canola broke out of a channel?
I would say yes,
Yes.
Okay, what
but it
area?
was
What
it was
area?
very
Look
it
at the
was-
bottom here where it says February.
it was very brief.
Okay, well, look at the bottom and see where you see February 18th, 24, March 3rd. Which area are you seeing it based on the dates on the bottom of the chart, Jamal? A sideways channel that it broke
Yes,
out.
ma'am. It's March 17th through March 24th.
So you're saying right in here is the
Yes.
sideways channel?
Yes.
Okay. So what qualifies a sideways channel? Do you remember?
Yes. It's going
It's not making a higher high or a higher low or a lower low or a lower high
a higher high.
or
It's
low.
kind of crazy because it's like a sideways channel and it's saying just what you said, a higher high. And then it goes low again, and then it breaks out into like an uptrend.
Okay, so, but a sideways channel doesn't have higher highs and higher lows or lower lows and lower highs.
Okay.
Sideways channel is just, there's no higher nothing. It's just going in a sideways, straight
May
across
I
the
say
screen.
something for a second?
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Johnny, help us.
Okay. What represents a trend? Can anybody tell me real quick? What represents a trend?
New highs or new lows?
It hits the trend line 3 times. Whether it's going up, going down, or going sideways. It hits the trend line 3 times. Okay. So in this area that we're referring to, does it hit the trend line 3 times on the sideways channel that he's talking about?
Does not. Oh,
Okay.
it's not. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's like
So with that being said, let's go back to the answers again.
Okay. So A, sideways channel broke out of the and it broke out of the channel. B, a top formation. The market trades in a downtrend after the top formation formed. Or C, the bottom formation market trades in a uptrend. Or D, not sure. So I like the fact that you saw this down on the bottom, Jamal, which
yes.
I give you kudos. So you're focused on right here. Your eyes were drawn to this section in the chart.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
so you
Right there.
call this a sideways channel. And that's good that you saw that because that's the most important part of this chart right now from the question that was asked. So that's good. I give you kudos for that. So can someone else help Jamal to see what it is he's seeing? Because he's seeing something very important. Let's not all be quiet. Come on, you guys. Even the folks that understand the charts a little bit more than the newer people, can we all like help out tonight? We're on the canola question quiz. Canola made what formation that we watch for on our charts? After the formation is confirmed, what happened? Okay.
I don't
So-
understand the question, Dr. Melba, sorry. What are you asking exactly?
Okay, what are the three formations that we're taught to look for on a chart, Tanya?
Top, bottom, and
1,
sideways.
2, 3, top.
1, 2, 3 bottom and sideways channel.
And sideways channels, yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So Mr. Wright's quiz question was, which one of those formations are we seeing on this July
Bottom,
25 canola chart? When you look at this chart, which one of those formations are you seeing?
the bottom formation,
Okay, where is the number one?
where that half moon is, to the left.
Let me label it. Okay. Where's the number two?
Where those candles are going up. That little,
Where's the number three?
just below that.
Can everybody see this that Tanya just explained?
Yes.
Okay, very good. The next thing on the question, it says,
1, 2.
after the formation is confirmed, what happened? Where did this formation get confirmed? Does anybody know where it got confirmed?
At the number 2? No, the number 3.
When it traded from the number 3 back up to the number 2, challenged it and went beyond the number 2 and kept trading up.
So it went to an uptrend.
Correct, because it was in a
Okay.
down all along
All
before it
right.
came right here.
All right. Man, I'm gonna get it. I swear I am.
You already have it because by the fact that you saw this, Jamal,
Yeah.
that's half the battle right there. If you couldn't see
Yeah.
this, you were gonna have an issue.
See,
You
Dr.
did
Melba,
really good.
Dr. Melba, what I can't do to myself is like when everybody answers the quizzes and everybody say BBB or CCC, if I'm not sure, I'm not sure. And so like these charts are still intimidating to me. I look at them, but I have to understand it for myself. And so like sometimes I don't. And I'm still trying to fight with not being looked at a certain way because I don't. So I'm saying like, man, I do not understand. That's why I didn't answer the question. I'm not going to answer the question like everybody else answered. No, I'm not sure. So like that's why I needed to know. But I have the tool that will help me, and that will be the assist, which is the manual. And so just keep putting my eyes on the charts and cross it over with the manual works. So I some of them I won't answer. I'm just not going to do it unless I totally understand it.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing of
Mhm.
it is, by you not answering the questions, we as a team that hosts this Sunday night call, we don't know how to help those that don't understand because we don't know you don't understand because you didn't answer the question.
Sometimes it's confusing.
So that's how we tailor the calls
Mhm.
to help folks. And that's why Mr. Wright posts these quizzes so that everyone that comes on a Sunday night call will be able to get help when they come to the Sunday night call. That's how he
Okay.
structures his calls. That's how he structures how to go over things that we've not communicated well on a previous Sunday night call. You know, just like how Mr. Johnny came in and explained, you know, the difference between, you know, a 1, 2, 3 bottom and a sideways channel. That was awesome, the way that he came in, because it it just kind of broke us from our mindset and took us in another direction to look at it differently, and it clicked, you know? So yeah, just continue to press your way, answer the quizzes, you know,
Yes.
so that we know how to tailor the calls on Sunday night to answer the things that people are not understanding that we thought they understood. But when you
Mm-hmm.
answer the quiz question, it tells us whether you've understood the information,
Mm-hmm.
are able to utilize it to, you know, start trading, or we need to
Mm.
help you a little bit more. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All
you.
right. So don't be intimidated. Just answer the questions so you can get the help and everyone can get the help they need. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Do you want to go over any more on this, Mr. Wright, or you're good?
Well, I just wanted to ask a question,
Yes.
and you're doing a great job. I wanted to just ask everyone. Okay, we just confirmed that there is a bottom. Does anyone see a top formation?
Yeah.
Okay, where's the top formation?
That is at probably 7-4, but no, not a formation. A new number one was formed. It haven't been,
Okay, so you see a new number one.
yes,
And what tells you this is a number one?
the half moon at the top.
Excellent. Good job, Ms. Dora. All right. Do you see anything else?
You see some sort of sideways, smaller sideways channel. You call it that at probably across some 702. A small little sideways channel there.
Oh, you mean like in here?
Yeah, it's a small little thing there. Mm.
Okay.
Do we have a 1, 2, 3 top on the chart?
Yeah, is there 1, 2, 3 top here?
No, it's not formed as yet.
No, just a two.
What's the
Good as a
number one
two though.
again?
Yeah.
But you don't know if it's a 2 unless you see a number 3.
Three,
You
yeah.
understand? Because the 3 could
Okay.
trade through the number 1 and make you a new number 1. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to wait.
Mm.
If I may,
Yes, go ahead, sir.
please put a number 2 at the, so right there.
You want to put a number 2 underneath here, sir?
I did.
No,
No?
under the red, under the
Here?
red deal, because what forms the number 2? The number 2 is formed when the direction,
Yes.
we're going down and it changes back towards the number 1, but has not, so I would say we have a number 2, but we do not have a number 3 to confirm the 1, 2, 3 top. Because in order for that to confirm, right, it's already changed direction. The question is that green line a 3 starting the new downtrend, or will it fail and form a new number 1? We definitely have a number 2,
Mhm.
but we don't know that if it's going to confirm or not.
Yes. And this is what should help us when we looking at that quiz. If we look and see that we don't have a sideways channel where it's breaking out the channel, and then we look for a 1, 2, 3 top, and we can't find a 1, 2, 3 top. Then we look and see do we see a 1, 2, 3 bottom. So the reason I asked this question is because if we don't see a 1, 2, 3 top, that's an indication to us that that can't be the answer. No matter how many people may be saying it. If you look at this chart and you don't see a top formation, then you should go back and look at the chart and see, well, what formation do I see? And that's the only thing I wanted to point out, Dr. Mel.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay, so you asked me to do a little research.
Yes. What else?
Our last call was on the 4th. And after that call, we have one question concerning paper trade. I don't know if it did it. Paper trading is trading with demo monopoly money. Therefore, should not take it serious. When you're trading with your live account, then you take your trading serious. Is that false, true, or not true? I'll read it again. Paper trading is trading with demo or monopoly money. Therefore, you should not take it serious when you are trading with your live account.
False.
Absolutely take it serious.
Take it serious.
We take paper trading serious, even though it's demo money.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I gotta redeem myself there, D. Good God Almighty.
You get good at what you practice. If you practice playing, then when you get your real money, you'll be good at playing and you won't be taking it serious then either.
You ask any player on a professional level, and it's always understood that the way you practice is the way you're gonna play. And when you when you trade with paper trading, you paper trading, in your paper trading account, you treating it the same way as you trading with your real account, because you're working on your craft, you're working on your skill set, so you definitely want to take it serious. And like you always hearing Dr. Melville say, that's where you start to learn the personality of these commodities when you paper trade them. So you definitely want to take it serious. Great job. We have anything else, Thor? That was it.
No, that's the only one.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Thor and Dr. Melville. Great. And Dr. Melville, that was very poor. You're right. We needed to spend some time on that chart, because I wanted to point out something you said, Jamal. Um, if you don't mind,
Yes, sir.
um,
Yes, sir.
you you said you was kind of like dealing with something that you was because you still were not clear on these formations, and you still don't get it yet, that you were kind of dealing with that with yourself, and how it looks that you don't understand it yet. And I just wanted to point out to you that the fact that you care enough about what you're doing to say it, I don't get this, I'm still trying to get this, is bigger than the fact of you not understanding it. The fact that you can say you don't, that's bigger than not understanding it. I hope that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it does. It does indeed. It does indeed. Because some people
Yeah.
don't want to say it. They'd rather sit back and not. Well, for me, I can't do it because I've been through the class and I'm 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 trying to figure out how to articulate this. It's something that I want to master, and I have to voice it, but it can be intimidating when people around you that do know it. But I know that people around you that do know it, at one point they didn't. So I have to be able to speak it out. And it might be frequent. It might be when somebody else is able to get it quicker, and I probably won't. And I have to just ask the question. And that's where I'm at. I told everybody in the class that previously. So when I see the candlesticks or waves or whatever it is, they've always intimidated me. So when people say, "Man, I'm a six-figure earner, seven-figure earner, eight-figure earner," I'm trying to get, man, can I figure out the lines? You know what I'm saying? And then I can get there too, because everybody can get there if they got the heart to keep on pressing. And I got the heart to keep on pressing. I'm gonna get this, bro. I'm gonna get it. I'm just gonna take me a minute. I'm gonna get it. I'm a little yellow bussy with it, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and you made the last point. I don't even have to make it. You made the last point I was gonna say, that at some point we didn't understand these charts. We didn't know how to see anything on the chart ourselves. So
Yeah.
you made the point I was gonna end with. So
Yes,
long
sir.
as long as you understand that everybody was at that point at one time. All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, D. All right.
Well, yeah, I just want everybody to stay encouraged. Just know that the light switch gonna go off for you. It might not be. You hear us say that, oh man, these charts speak to you, and and these charts be talking to you, and you might be feeling like they not saying nothing to you yet, but they will. Just keep looking at charts. Just keep on doing the lesson, doing your chart work, and you'll get your chart time in, and it will. It's gonna happen. Don't get discouraged because you don't get the charts yet. Okay, Johnny, what we got, man?
Tenfold. Thank you.
You're welcome. We we need to jump in. You got the lesson, Johnny?
I got it.
Okay.
I hope. Can you see it?
I do, but what I see says lesson 7. Um, if if my memory is right, we should be at 9 or 10.
Yeah, we're in lesson 9 is what was posted for the group. There you go.
Sorry, I just got to get to it.
Okay. Charting and putting it all together with proper risk management. Right where we need to be at today. Looking at some charts. And when you get on the charts and you start to do, your lessons on the chart, that's what's called charting. And you always hear, us trying to encourage everybody to take a little time, take a few minutes to get on those charts, and that's where the understanding gonna come from. The more you look at charts, the more it's gonna start to make sense. So this is a little small for me to see. Johnny or Dr. Mel, are y'all able to read this? Are you able to? Is that the largest it'll get, Johnny?
Let me see what I can do here.
There we go. All right, going short. 10 to 14-day confirmation in place. And then we got a sell limit order in, a buy limit for our target.
Hang on a second. Let me make sure. All right, here we go.
So it looks like we have a top formation on this chart, right, Johnny?
Yes, sir.
Now, let's see if we can have some interaction today so we can understand these charts. But is there anyone not able to see the 1, 2, 3 top on this chart without it being marked up?
Yes.
You see it, Tanya?
Yes.
I need the marks.
The half
Okay.
moon is always the best way to know when it's a uptrend and a downtrend. Or a top formation, sorry, a bottom formation. That's when you know by using the half moon symbol.
Johnny, are you able to grab your animated pen?
Yes, sir.
Hold on a sec.
So tomorrow you say you need us to mark up the 1, 2, 3 for you.
If I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it's marked up already.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I see the half moon at the bottom, and I see it at the top.
Yeah.
So I'm just, with the trend lines, I'm seeing all of, the resistance and the support and all of that. So I'm able to see it better this way when it's marked up.
Okay. So let's just walk through the formation for a second. We have a number one because we have our highest price on the chart, which is our resistance, right?
Yes. Yep.
And then the market trades down away from the number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point, it changes directions
Mm-hmm.
and it starts to trade back toward that number one. And when it does, it leaves behind support, which is our number two.
Mm-hmm.
With me so far?
Yes. I see what you're doing. Yep.
Okay. And as it's trading up toward that number one, two things can happen. It can change directions again,
Mm-hmm.
start trading back down, or it can continue up to the number one and trade past the number one.
All
In
right.
this case, it did not do that, did it?
Hold on. My screen went crazy. All right. So say that again, please, one more time, so I can see.
As we're trading away from the support, which leaves our number two, as,
Yes.
and we're trading back toward that number one. Two
Uh-huh.
things, two things can happen at this point.
Mm-hmm.
The market can continue higher up to the number one
Mm-hmm.
and surpass it, giving us a new number one,
Mm-hmm.
or it can change directions once again and start trading back down,
Mm-hmm.
which will leave our number three, which is our second level of resistance.
Yes.
So this is how we get our 1, 2, 3. And when is that 1, 2, 3 confirmed? Remember Dr. Mel was just asking about that on the quiz? How do we know when the 1, 2, 3 is confirmed? It trades down to test that number two. Once it
Oh.
trades, once it trades through the number
Okay.
two,
Oh, they got.
we have a confirmed 1, 2, 3 top.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this, because all right, from the first one, the very first one, and down to the very first two, to me, it seems like it's a slight sideways channel, very slight.
Okay,
But
but you,
I think that's incorrect, right?
well, you, I want you to remember what we just talked about the fact of how do we, how do we have a channel and how do we establish a trend? Think about both of those things. Okay, so know that we have lower highs and lower lows as we're trading down. You see that? Look at the number one and see how the market's trading down. It's making lower highs and it's making lower lows. And then
Okay.
it comes to a point where it stops and changes directions. Do you see that so far?
Yes, because that's when
Okay.
it hits the three and starts going down a little bit more
Well, I'm just
abruptly.
talking about trading from the number one right now. Just trading down from the number one.
Uh-huh.
It's trading down, making lower highs and lower lows, meaning that the highs are getting lower and the lows that the market is making is getting lower. And we get down to a point where the market stops and changes direction and starts to go back up. And that's how we get our number 2 point. Okay?
Okay.
It's all right. It's all right. You gotta just see it several times. It's gonna click.
Yeah, it will. It will. Absolutely.
we just got to understand that these 1, 2, 3s. Remember, you always hear me saying they're only all they are is support and resistance. If you see the support and resistance
Mm, mm.
on the chart, that's all the 1, 2, 3s are. I think when we plot a number to it, it kind of confuses some people. But if you just remember, it's just support and resistance. Just keep it simple like that. That's all it is. So you got resistance, then you got support. Then you go back up to resistance. Then we go back down and we test that support. We trade through that support, and our formation is confirmed. I hope everybody understands this. Anything, Johnny and Dr. Melville, y'all want to say? I want y'all to you know interact with me today, okay?
Okay. So when I look at this 1, 2, 3 top, I look at the story that's going on in the marketplace to make it make sense for me. Okay. So the technical terms we're using is support and resistance levels. But really the story that's going on in the marketplace is you have buyers and sellers. Okay. So there are people that are buying futures contracts of, this is corn, September 24. Okay. And then there are people that are selling corn September 24 futures contracts. Okay. And at any point in time during the day, your sellers are selling more, your buyers are buying more. And so the chart is just showing you when the sellers are in control, you're seeing the chart is going downwards where you're going from a 1 to a 2. When the buyers are in control of the marketplace, then you see the price of the market is shifting upwards where it's going from a number 2 to a number 3. When the sellers get back in control again, they take over the market and you see it goes from a 3 back down to a number 2. And they're doing that all day long. Buyers and sellers are constantly taking control of the market. And there's pretty much a tug of war that's going on. But as you're buying and selling these contracts, we're all making funds, money doing that. If you're doing it in the direction that the market is trading in, because the trend is always your friend. So look at it from the standpoint of what is the story that's going on in the marketplace, and maybe that'll help you when you look at the chart, understand what a 1 really means that's going on in the marketplace, what a 2 means, what a 3 means. And the cycle keep repeating itself over and over and over. So hopefully me explaining that will help you understand the story that's going on in the marketplace when you see an area of a 1, a 2, or a 3. You have to understand that the market prices are changing based upon who's in control of the market at that time, the sellers or the buyers, the bears or the bulls. Did that help anyone?
Excellent.
Okay.
Honest order. Yeah.
All right. Keep working at it.
Yeah, it's it's called time. Over time, you will get it. I
Yeah,
promise.
it's not for the faint-hearted, sir. It's not for the faint-hearted. For real. Mm. 10.
You. And see, also too, just know this, that when you see these formations forming on the chart, it's indicating to us that there may be a change in direction of the market. So when you see a top formation form, it tells you that the market must have been in an uptrend, and now the direction is trying to change to go down into a downtrend. But a top formation is just mean that the market is topping out. It's making a top. It's been in an uptrend, now it's kind of starting to top out, and it could be changing directions. And it's the same thing with a bottom formation. This market's been in the downtrend, and now it's starting to make a bottom. It's hit the bottom. It's bottoming out, and could be changing directions. But that's what a top indicates, and that's what a bottom indicates. All right. On this case, now we have the opposite with a bottom formation. So Johnny,
Yes, sir.
man, walk us through it, man. We have a 1, 2, 3 bottom, and then you talked about the number of hits on the trend line. What you see here, Johnny?
Well, how many number twos are there? There were 3, which confirmed the trend,
Mm-hmm.
3, 2. Yep.
and then it kept going.
And do we have a bottom formation?
Oh, well, absolutely. That's where it all started.
That's where it all started from. 1, 2, 3 bottom.
Yes,
Are
we
you
do
able to
have a
see?
bottom formation.
You see it, Tanya?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Excellent. Now Johnny talked about, you know, higher highs and higher lows. And then we watched that video and they explained the same thing, but you may heard them just saying it different. They talked about higher resistance and higher support. It's the same thing. If you look at this chart, you should see that the highs are getting higher and the lows are getting higher. And this is how we are establishing that it's in the uptrend. But what we really want to make sure we understand is we have a 1, 2, 3 bottom, and then it was confirmed when the market tested the number 2 and traded through the number 2. So now we do have a 1, 2, 3 bottom. Does anybody remember where our entry would be? If we had a confirmed bottom formation, where will we enter the market? Come on, y'all. Nobody remembers our entry? Tanya, you still there?
The 1, 2, 3 bottom will end above the number 2.
Excellent. Thank you, Thor. We would enter above the number 2. The number 2 is always our entry, guys. Just remember that. 1, 2, 3 bottom is confirmed when the market tests and trades through the number 2. And if we would enter in the trade, we would enter above the number 2. They're charting and putting it all together. So we got to put it all together. We see the formation. It's confirmed. We want to enter. Where will we enter at? And I even want to ask you, where would our target be? Who can tell me once we enter the trade, where would our target be in the trade?
It's 6, 1, 50%.
50% retracement. Excellent. Or that's where our target would be. Remember, that's what we use our 50% retracement as our target. So we need to look at some charts. We need to keep going over these charts so y'all can get this. We need to start getting this. It needs to start coming together. It's gonna take time, but we gotta just keep looking at and going over charts. So, thank you, Thor. What we got up? What else we got, Johnny?
Sideways channel.
This is Thor. This your baby right here. So, another formation we watch for is a sideways channel. Does everybody see a sideways channel on this chart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, the market trades sideways. It's not making a trend. It's not trying to establish a trend up, or it's not trying to establish a trend down. It's trading to the side and snaking. A lot of people like to call it consolidating. But we see the market trading, not making attempts to try to go higher, not making attempts to try to go lower. It's going to the side in the sideways channel, which is my favorite formation out of the three to trade. But when we see a sideways channel, what it really means in the market is low volatility. The market's not volatile at this time. It's quiet. When we see a market snaking, going sideways, the volatility has decreased and slowed down. And that's what a consolidation or sideways channel is really indicating. Now, in this particular chart, we see the sideways, the market's trading sideways. But here's what we do know. At some point, it's going to break out of the channel. We might not know when, but we know it's going to get out. It's going to come a time where it's going to come out of that channel and go up, or it's going to go down. And if you're looking at this chart, did we break out of the channel at some point?
Yes, we did.
We did, Thor?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Right. So who can tell me when we broke out, what happened? We broke out in which direction?
Quad.
Outward
Upward.
trend.
Upward.
Uptrend.
Broke out to the upside, right?
Yep.
At some point, this happened. It's going to come out of that channel, and this is another opportunity that we can take advantage of in the market. One of our formations is a sideways channel, and we want to catch the breakout. So the market broke out of the channel and went into an uptrend, which would have been meant that your position would have been what? Who can tell me? You would have been, what was your position would have been what in the market if you would have got filled on this order to catch the breakout? What would your position be? Would you be long the market or would you be short the market?
Be
Long the
long in the
market.
market.
Excellent.
Oh,
Anybody got any questions on this chart? Remember how we talked about when the market trades in the sideways channel? This doesn't happen all the time, but a lot of times it does. It will trade for a certain length of time and then come out of the channel and break out to the upside or downside. And then a lot of times it'll trade in that direction, almost identical to the same time that it was time frame that it was in the channel. Does everybody see that on this chart?
Oh, yes.
Say that
You
again.
do?
please repeat that. I was going to say that. All right.
That we have a sideways channel. All right. And sometimes we have something that happens more often than not. A channel will be for however long that it lasts for. And then it breaks out. When it breaks out of the channel, a lot of times the market will trade in the direction that it breaks out of the channel and and mirror the same length of time that it was in the channel. So it'll be real close to the same length of time that it was in the channel when it breaks out to the upside. Do we see that? Johnny's marking it up.
Oh, okay.
See how close to the same length of time?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Doesn't happen all the time, but a lot of times it does. There's something else I wanted to point out to you. Any questions about sideways channel?
When you say the same length of time, what do you mean exactly?
The time frame. So sometimes it may be a month that it was in the channel, and then it may break
Mhm.
out and trade in the up or downtrend for close to a month.
Okay.
And you'll see it kind of look like it's the same time in the up or downtrend that it was when it was in the channel. And it may take you some time to be able to see that if you are not able to see it.
So,
It's just going by the time frame.
so is the
Okay.
so, all right, so is the sideways channel the tug of war?
Is it the what now?
Is the sideways channel the tug of war that you were talking about? Or I don't know if it was you or Dr. Melba. But in the sideways
But
channel, is it tugging? Like, is that the tug of war?
the tug the tug of war, the battle, the fight is always going on anytime the market's trading. From the time
Okay.
it from the time the market opens to it closes, the bull and the bear
The
are
bull
always
and bear.
fighting against each other. Okay,
Okay. All right.
the sideways channel indicates how much volatility the market has. So
Okay.
when we see the market moving in a fast, frantic pace, it's real volatile. And when it's
Mm-hmm.
quiet, it's slowing down, not moving as fast. That's that's what a channel kind of indicates.
Okay.
But the bull and bear, whenever the market's open, they fighting, they tugging. That's always the case. Whether it's on a volatile level or a low volatile level, they still always fighting and been tugging. Okay, the bull
Okay.
always wants the bear's money, and the bears
Yeah.
always want the bull's money. Remember that.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Volume is at 50%. So great question though. Great question. Anybody else got any more questions? Well, okay, we got another chart. What we got here, Johnny?
Another breakout to the upside.
Yeah. Now let me ask this, without me saying it. Who can tell us who can tell us what's going on this chart? I want somebody to tell me what's going on without me explaining it. Who can explain it? What formation you see? What happens after the formation is formed? Who can tell me?
All right. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try. All right.
Okay.
So when Mr. Johnny B put this up, I'm seeing because he got it marked up really nice, like for yellow bus people like me. All right, so it's a sideways channel, and then it broke out to the upside, and then it uh, went into like a bottom,
Well,
a
now stop right there.
downtrend.
That's it. Stop right there for a minute, Jamal,
Okay,
so if you don't mind, because that's what I wanted from you. I
okay,
wanted to know what formation you saw. You said you
okay.
see a sideways channel,
Yes, sir.
and
And
once you
I was trying to not see it because it was marked. I was trying to see it from just knowing it. But yes, a sideways channel, right? And then it broke out to the upside, right?
now once it broke out to the upside, if you were trading this, you would have You would have got in, and you would have been what? You would what your position would have been? You would have been long the market or short the market. You're not sure?
Long, long.
Okay.
Yep, yep, long. Because I'm seeing, and it's just because I'm seeing the uptrend is, to me, looks like it took a little minute to get up there. So that's that's what I'm saying is long to me. Um,
Well, let me explain something to you. Make sure you understand this. Okay.
all right.
So when the market's trading up, we know that's considered a bull market. I mean, the
Yes.
market is bullish, right?
Yeah,
It's in
bullish.
the
Yep.
uptrend.
Yep.
But if you enter the market, if you put in a trade and you enter into a position,
Mm-hmm.
you're either going to be long the market or you're going to be short the market. Long the market means that you're trading it up. Your position is long the market.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you bought a futures contract, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the opposite. If the market breaks out and it's trading in a downtrend,
Mm-hmm. You
we
short
know
the mark.
that means the market's it's a bear market. It's bearish.
Yeah.
And if you were to enter into a position, trading it down, your
Mm-hmm.
position would be short the market. Not necessarily referring to how long the market, the trend is referring to your position that you took when you
Okay.
or when you entered the market. That's
Okay.
what that that's what that is referring to.
Okay.
Not not the length of the trend.
Okay.
You follow me?
Man, I got a whole bunch of Googles going in the brain, bro. But
At this
yes,
point,
initially, yes.
at this point, did you buy or sell a contract?
You asking me that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Three. I would have, at this point, I would have bought it.
Very good.
Man,
And to buy, you would be going what?
I will be going up.
Going long.
Yes. Or long. Yes.
There you go. Very good.
Okay.
Hey man, don't feel no pressure. This is how we learn.
Nah, I'm coming back, baby. I'm coming back for it. I'm coming back for it. But
This is
yes,
how
it's
we
a lot
learn.
of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. But because I'm trying to, I want to make sure that what I'm looking at is not optics. I want to make sure what I'm looking at is what it is. Now, my eyes see candlesticks. When I go into my bar chart account, I choose the candlesticks. And I don't want to choose them for optics if I don't understand them. But it's easier for me to understand them and then understanding the little sticks with the crosses at the bottom. I don't understand that. So I remember Dr. Melba saying it doesn't make a difference about that. People do have preferences though when they're reading charts. I've seen people have like 4 and 5 monitors up and they got candlesticks, waves, this, that, and the other. So I'm trying to get the actual and what do you call it? The actual reading of what I'm looking at. So I can understand what I'm looking at. I see like sticks sit it's like a stick sitting out on the upway of the candlestick, and then it sticks through the candlesticks when they are red a lot of times. So I'm just trying to make I'm trying to this is what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be a freak for the candlestick. Excuse me, y'all. I just want to do whatever's best for me to understand it. So if it's not candlesticks and I need to go to something else so I can understand it, I would rather do that.
Turn signals and brake lights working.
Period. That's it.
Okay, so
Thanks.
real quick question.
Yes, sir.
On this green candlestick, on this green candlestick right here,
Yes, sir. I see you.
what does that candlestick tell you?
It's going upward. That's what it's telling me.
Okay, there's three pieces of information. There's basically 3 or 4 pieces of information.
No. It's kind of like it's almost
No, I
like center.
understand that. Let's listen up.
Okay.
There's several pieces of information that are being told by this stick.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's going to tell you the price at which it opened, the price at which it closed, the range in which it traded, and whether it closed higher or lower than the previous day. Okay. It's also going to tell you one other thing that people believe, that since it closed at the top, then the buyers were strong in the market. It closed at the height of the day. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
So
the following day,
okay. Mm-hmm.
in the next day,
Mm-hmm.
the range it traded was higher than the previous day,
Mm-hmm.
but it closed red, which meant it closed barely below where it closed the previous day. But it closed in the middle, which indicated that the market really doesn't know which way it's wants to go. It was neutral. In other words, the buyer and the sellers were in equally. However, so then that's the main thing, is you're not looking so much at the price, you're just looking at the direction. But it's telling you that it's closing higher every day. So that's a strong market until it got to the top. And when they talk about in the video, whenever you have a green red combination, okay, that means a change. Then it went down. Actually, there was a gap
Mm-hmm.
and came down, and till it changed market direction again. So don't pay, what we're trying to tell you is don't pay a whole lot of, this is good for day traders, but you're more concerned about the trend and the formations that we're looking for. A 1, 2, 3 top, a 1, 2, 3 bottom, or a sideways trough. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So don't worry so much about the colors or the direct or the length or whatever. That gives you some valuable information. But the biggest information you're trying to deal with is whether the market is going up, going down, right?
Okay. Can I ask you this question though?
Yes,
So
sir.
it has to be like, doesn't it have to be a significance of the colors? So like if it's going down, I'm seeing that when it goes down, for the most part, it's red. And sometimes like the uptrend is all green. Other than that's not necessarily true. That little right here at the entry point right here where you have the arrow, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, that level right there, that's red. I'm
No,
seeing that that's red right there. Is that, am I
this is all,
correct in saying it? Yeah, right there. Yes, sir. Is
that's
that
all
red?
green. No, these are all green until you get to this little bitty red
That's what
one.
I'm talking about. It's red, right?
That little bitty one, yes.
Yes. So when I'm looking at the uptrend and it's all green, other than that point right there, for the most part, when it starts, what's the significance of the red and the green?
It closed lower than the day before.
Okay. So man, I knew it happened. Okay, all right.
Let me ask
Yeah.
you something real quick before we move on.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand? You say you prefer the candles versus over the bars, but
Uh-huh.
if you understand the candles and you prefer using the candles, do you understand that the green candle means that the market was up that day?
Yes.
The red
Yes.
candle indicates that the market was down that day.
Yes.
And if you see a gray wick where it's not red or it's not green, the market the market just was unchanged that day.
Okay,
Wasn't
so
up or down.
all right, so would that be so D, would that be over by all right, so since we got all the red and green right here, right? So with that, what you just said, if it's not red or green, it looks like that's it right there at the 422.50 mark almost. Right. God, hold on 1 second. Every time my phone got this little. All right. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Like it's not red or green. I think I see. If this is what I think I see, that's what I see. That it's
Yeah.
not red or green.
Yeah. So just as long as you understand what the color of the candle means, that's what I wanted you to know. But keep in mind what Johnny said.
Yep.
What we want to understand is the direction that the market is trading in.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you see the
Hmm.
market trading higher, you're gonna start to see those green candles going higher. And when you start to see the market going down, you're gonna see those red candles going lower. And that's what we want you to pay attention to.
Now let me tell you this. I fully understand that. I do. Because that makes like common sense. Red light, green light, going down, stop. So that's what I was trying to put together synergistically. So at this point right here, gosh, man, it's not really in it. But yeah, it's closer to the right side. It's where it has like a upside down cross, if you will. My goodness. Yeah, it's neutral. It's not red, seemingly not red or green. So so is that correct?
So you'll see when you see it's not
Right
red or
there.
green,
Yep, right
it's
there.
gonna
Right,
indicate that
yes.
the market,
Yes.
the market wasn't up or down.
Okay, all right. That man, yes, sir. That's what I
Yeah.
need.
Can I say
Mm-hmm.
something?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
For everyone that's on this call, that's where Jamal is, where you're still learning 1, 2, 3 top, 1, 2, 3 bottom, and sideways channel. I want you to be encouraged to learn to be able to do your 50% retracements and to start citing 1, 2, 3 tops, 1, 2, 3 bottoms, and sideways channels. I do not want you to spend a lot of time understanding what a red candle looks like and what it means, what a green candle looks like and what it means.
That
Because you can be so distracted with that, and if you cannot see a 1, 2, 3 top or 1, 2, 3 bottom or sideways channel, then you won't be able to take a trade with the strategies that we're teaching in this class of how to trade. Because we don't really spend time teaching you to trade with candles or bars. We teach you to trade with formations. And we need
yes.
you to learn how to, and this is not just you, Jamal, I'm speaking to everyone in the class. We need you to learn to cite the formations that we're teaching in the class and not get distracted by the color of the candles or the color of the bars. Because when I first started, I didn't know what the bars meant, what the candles meant. I actually started on bars because I couldn't see these on candles because it was too difficult for me to see it on candles. So I did it on bars. And then after I grew, then I switched over to candles, and now I like the candles more. But I started on bars, so maybe that may help some of you not to look at the candles. Switch your charts to bars and be able to see the 1, 2, 3 top and 1, 2, 3 bottom on bars, or your sideways channels on bars. Maybe it's easier on the eyes because it was easier in my eyes when I started. And it took me probably a good year before I switched over to candlesticks, you guys.
So
Okay.
thank you, Dr. Melba. That's my whole point. Like I didn't want to get caught up into some type of frivolous optics. That's my whole point. Like
Right.
if that's not where I need to be, because
It's not. I'm
all
telling you,
right, thank you.
you may just want to switch to bars because when
Mm-hmm.
I look at a bar, I don't know where it starts and where it ends like a candlestick. But a candlestick, I could tell you, like Mr. Johnny just told you, I can
Yes,
read out a candlestick to you because I've studied it after I learned how to take a trade with the 1, 2, 3 top, 1, 2, 3 bottom,
yeah,
and the sideways channel.
yes, ma'am.
You
Because it's
know,
a
then I learned that was extra stuff you learn after you learn how to take a trade, how to monitor your trade, how to know to get in, how to get out, if
yes,
profit or when to get out because, there's a loss and you don't want to bleed your whole account. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is
yeah.
the important stuff. Reading
Okay,
these candlesticks is not, it's important, yes, at some point, but when you're beginning, you know,
it's not
gotta
okay.
you
Yeah,
gotta stick to the strategies
yes, ma'am.
that Mr. Johnny and Mr. Wright are teaching us, which is a 1, 2, 3 top,
One,
1,
two,
2, 3
three.
bottom, and sideways channel. And if I have to say to everybody, switch everything to bars, because when Mr. Wright puts a chart in a quiz or in the chat and he talks about it, he never uses candlesticks. He always puts it in bars. And he never puts it in color. It's always in black and white. That's a hint to us that we need to major with the major and get out of the minor. He's saying to you, you really just need bars, you really just need black and white, because he doesn't want you getting so caught up with the intricacies of the
Yeah.
colors and the wicks
Mm-hmm.
and where it starts and where he
Mm-hmm.
wants you to keep it simple so you enjoy your trading experience until you want to go to the next level and you start learning all the intricacies that you want to learn. But
Yes.
you can't learn it all together. You've got to take baby steps and master certain things, a little at a time. When you get good at that, then you add precept upon precept. You understand, everyone?
Yes, man. And Dr. Melba, I don't want to draw this out too long, but don't you have to have the optics of your trading charts to be your preference though? Like the you understand what I'm saying? Not being too engulfed in it, but it's important to flow in the way that you need to flow that's more advantageous for you. Do you
Can
understand what I'm
I,
saying?
can I,
I
can I,
understand, but one thing I learned early in life Jamal, and I'll teach all of y'all, follow the leader.
Yeah. Okay.
And the leader is Mr. Right.
Mhm.
And so when I started, I followed the leader until I understood what I was learning and what the goal was. I followed the leader. So if the leader is using bars, Melba used bars. When the leader was using black and white, Melba was using black and white. So that when he pointed out something, I know what he was talking about because I was seeing it the way he was seeing it.
Mm.
And then I grew from
That
there.
does.
But you got to start somewhere, and you always start by following the leader. The leader is the one that's making six figures, is the way I see it. So I want to do what he's doing because I'm not making six figures do the way I was doing it in Forex. I was losing money.
Then for I
And
think I
and so
got
then I came over here, they were doing it different. And so I had to follow the leader over here. And I had to erase everything I learned in Forex and follow the leader, learn his strategy, learn his techniques. And then I started adding other things, and growing. But when I first started, I kept it simple and I followed the leader. I'm telling y'all right now, that is the simplest way to learn these strategies and to learn how to make money with these strategies is to follow the leader. So when you ask him a question, it's based upon what he has taught as a leader and how he does it as a leader. And
Yes.
hopefully it's not too hard of a pill for you guys to swallow, but I'm just telling you that's how I did it. And that's why I'm still enjoying it because I keep it simple.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Mm.
Thank you so much. That was golden, golden, and we we're in with that because we can't even come behind that with nothing but Q&A, y'all. Thank you, Dr. Melvin. So I know we went over tonight, but we had some important stuff we needed to go over. Real important to make sure we spent some time on the charts. And if y'all don't mind, let's spend a few minutes just to have some Q&A. Um, Anybody else that have any questions or comments? And thank y'all for the interaction tonight. Any more questions or comments about anything we talked about, charts or anything? Don't be
Just
shy.
just I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I just have to study them, and I understand what Dr. Melville was saying about, just following the leader. I'm not trying to reinvent no wheel because I ain't got the bill to reinvent the wheel. So I thought, but for me, I thought that the candlesticks would be easier for me to read. That's why. It wasn't that I was trying to reinvent the wheel or nothing. But yes, so if that's not what you're using and it's easier for us to get in that way with the bars or whatever, it yes indeed, absolutely.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's most important thing we want to do is be able to see the stuff that we learning on the chart. That's the main thing that Dr. Mel was pointing out. Whatever we got to be able to see the formations because that's what this system is all about. And being able to see the formations that we're going over, looking at
Yes,
on the
sir.
chart. So
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
All right. Anybody else got any questions or comments? Or we can know we went over. I appreciate y'all patience tonight. Any last questions or comments about anything we've been talking about? Right. I guess we don't have any more questions or comments. Thank y'all for interacting and on a little longer tonight because we got to get time in on this chart. So, like Dr. Melvin said, spend some time looking at the charts and doing the 50% retracements and spotting and looking for the formations. Even if it ain't but 5 or 10 minutes a day, but spend some time doing it. It's the main thing when it comes to our system, guys. We got to be able to read the charts and see these formations. So we want these charts to not be intimidating. We want these charts to be fun. There's something that you can just see the whole story when you look at them. You'll get to that point at some point, okay? So thank everybody for staying on tonight. And keep your eye on the group like always. And I think we're going to end up with another break, guys. You know, we can't get through this 10 lessons this time for some reason. I think there's a holiday next weekend, which will cause us to have another break, if I'm not mistaken. But we will get through. We got one more lesson left, but we will get through. I think Memorial Day is next weekend. So, will we have a call or not? Because I know the holiday is on Monday.
Yeah, but that Saturday is Memorial Day.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
Monday,
31st.
yeah, Monday the 26th is Memorial Day, sir. Mhm.
We're gonna thank all y'all for all you veterans for y'all service in advance. Johnny B and anybody else, Dr. Meb, I thank you.
Yes, indeed. Greeting to the
Thank you, sir.
peace to the veterans. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So watch out for quizzes, everybody, and thank y'all for staying on. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you, Mr. Johnny.
Good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Good
Thank
Good
you,
night,
Johnny.
night.
everyone.
Thank
Happy
you,
night.
everybody.